focus naturally gravitates. And I think we have a fairly interesting one here. Jalen Hurts of the Eagles, Dak Prescott of the Cowboys.
And both of them have terrific ability to improvise. And that means when the first read's not there, how quickly can you go through your progressions? Can you hang in there and take a shot as you release it? Can you find time outside of the pocket? Can you pull it down and run if need be? I think we'll see all those traits on display in this one.
It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. From the 10. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
And Dak going to start out going to the air. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And down to the 36-yard line here. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 17 carries, 79 yards.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on Thanksgiving.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Prescott to the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. First down, Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offensive coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. Again, it's Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Ryan Santoso now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And once again, this is Sanders. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out in the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
2nd down and goal. Hurts. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
It's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting him score a touchdown versus holding him to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, That's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number one in their conference.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 25 on 2nd down. Prescott looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. They'll get just a couple, but the sticks move again. The Cowboys at 8-2 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And out of bounds right around the 20. 2nd and 7 from the 20. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing. Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
That's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. They go play action with Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And that will incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They were winners a week ago against Buffalo, and they lead here with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. Incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. But time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 2. Prescott to throw it. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. That one goes for 8 yards.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Prescott yet again. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Prescott. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Up and good for Santoso. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. On first down, Hurts. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. To throw again on second down. Hurts. It's caught by Sanders. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They'll throw now on the final play. And this is going to be incomplete. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy Thanksgiving again to everybody at home. As we take a look ahead, what's coming up both later today and this weekend. Some great games still to come. And I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there, as they get set to take on the visiting New York Giants. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being up in Seattle, where we find the Seahawks taking on the LA Rams. And one final game to highlight. We wrap things up on Monday Night Football, and they've got a good one this week between the LA Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. From the 44, Hurts. It's caught. Smith. And on third down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Hurts sets up to throw it. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching that, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold it. Let's get the ball back for us.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Now left side on the swing pass. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll get about 3 out of that, up to the 39-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jordan Davis able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
Seems to me that our friend, Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that they're deep
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Partner, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And now here come the Cowboys. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Prescott now from the 50. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Up the middle, here's Elliott. Dances by him. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. On second down at 4. Prescott got his man complete over the middle. That's Elliott. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Well, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Prescott on 3rd and goal. Forced out to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Up and good for Santoso. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Sanders shaking and baking. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Hurts is going to try and run. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 33. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Hurts. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Mike McCarthy pretty decisive. He brings out that red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Throwing is Hurts. Complete. Smith has it. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts to the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. A second down throw for Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kaiser White. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Oh, good move. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the first down.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And this one is right through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So Dak and the Cowboys down 16-13, a minute 54 on the clock. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Prescott. He's got Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. To throw, Prescott.
That's good.
Finding Schultz. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Here's Dak. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it. But Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that 2nd half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us, not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here, know that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So for the Eagles, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Dallas, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time.